Hello, hello, guys. Oh, why does it have that banner still at the bottom? Okay, this is not K crime this time. We're so Tiffany's going to be on here, and I know people. I don't know why people aren't more like enraged. Well, there is a lot of people are rage, but um, there's for some reason people don't seem to really see the scale at which what Cher did. And the thing is, like, she keeps making excuses, but we got absolute proof now. So let's try to get her to wiggle out, see if she can wiggle out of this one. Um, hey, Val, Connie, Angel, John. So let's see here. Which mic am I using so I know where to? Hey, Michelle, Missy. Hey, Connie. Hey, Angie. Angie. So I am. Tiffany should be here any second. But I didn't want to play this without her because it's her information. Aw, I'm sorry, cats. What did did I block you? Hey, RJ. Yeah, I still need to prepare for my live with RJ too, but this was really important. Um, but I wanted to wait. I don't know if we should go ahead and play it. Probably should wait because I know people are gonna keep uh, wanting to know what this is about. Um, hey, CP. CP is not a really good name to have around here. We use CP for initials for something else. Yeah, I'm just I mean, especially after this, like, somebody pretending to be your friend for months only to try to get information and then act like they're some kind of hero. And on her wall is pointing out everybody else's what she feels are scams, but she keep for some reason not focusing on what she did. I don't get that. Um, I'm not seeing Tiffany yet. I don't. Yeah, she was bragging, but I'm wondering if I should go ahead and play this. Let me tell her that I'm live just in case she doesn't know. I think Tiffany wanted to say a couple things too. And it was interesting a few days before Cher pulled all this, and I found out for sure that she was up to something behind the scenes. Like, she decided to, she was doing this apology tour basically, and one person she told me she would never apologize to or be cool with was Tiffany Marie. However, a few days before um, this all went down, it was almost like she was preparing because she had contacted Tiffany and sent her this like apology letter or like, let's start over. And it kind of makes it seem like it was on purpose to prepare for what was to come. Yes, a picture of Tiffany. Okay, so that's another thing too that maybe we should talk about tonight. Um, Separate from this, because I mean this could get a little bit drama, but yeah, that's another. I think that we should do something for her son. You know what I mean? I think we should, because it would give him a lot of encouragement. Like Tiffany was telling me how her son was so like, it really like brightened his day just to see, like, when I Justin had done a post, and I guess like over 1,000 of you liked it, and over 300 and some like positive comments, except Ryan Finds Truth was one of the only ones that had something negative to say. Like, how can you have something negative to say? But anyways, I think it'd be cool. Like, that really made him happy. We should do something like that. Like, somehow, like, we should make him go viral somehow. Like, it would really, I don't know. Here's Tiffany. Yes. Yes. Thank you for being up here.
Hey, Ziggy, sure, no problem. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't know what it was okay to talk about,
Oh,
but
girl, do
just told him a little
whatever.
bit.
You don't
I
have to
told him
ask me.
I had told him about that Cher contacted you a few days before. This had all like,
Yeah.
felt just all came out basically, and I was telling him how I think maybe that she thought that was gonna prevent you from saying anything. I don't know, but
I feel like when I went back through and I looked at everything, like, so what happened was I had missed when Cher had done her live stream first ever, like talking about wanting to do a polygraph. So I wanted to go back and like really look through everything and get a good idea of the exact situation. Like, where did it start? How did it start? Because I also want to give her the benefit of the doubt at the time that, like, that she did start out wanting to do the right thing. Like, maybe this was right. I was keeping an open mind. Like, let me see the whole picture. And because like how something will start off as something and then it'll turn into a
right,
complete shit show. And
yeah,
usually that's the way things go. But I'm like, all right, let me go back to the beginning, see where it first was ever brought up, and try to get the bigger picture. Because I didn't even know that this polygraph thing was going on back in August when she was talking about doing it. So I went to her August 6th stream, and then I listened to the August 8th stream. And then I think there was one around like the 26th or 28th or something. I went over, I listened to your streams where Cher was up there and really just like did my homework, right? Because I'm not gonna just go into something and have this opinion without ever looking for any of the proof or actual facts of the matter. And I'm listening to you like completely melting down when all this happened. And I
yeah,
said to my friends, I'm like, Ziggy, I think Ziggy really did want to do this polygraph. Like, I think Ziggy really did feel excited about it, because you had even messaged me and said, like, heading to the DMV, wish me luck. You had told me you
yeah,
were excited to go travel to do it. Fred had a whole binder with him when he walked in there, like he was going to his first day of school. Like, I don't know. It just felt like you guys were actually trying. And when everything started like heading down the tubes and Cher was on her live and saying that, you guys didn't have the ID and this, that, and the other, I was like, Cher, can you give them a little bit of time? And I know my friend Casey K had gone in there and she was asking questions, but Cher wasn't answering her. She answered
she was
my
very
questions.
rude. It wasn't rude. Casey wasn't being rude at all. Like,
Uh-uh.
I thought she was actually just trying to ask like legit questions.
Yeah. Like,
Try to get
first of all, we both went in there super kind. We weren't rude, weren't disrespectful. Just like I asked what I would ask anybody and what anybody would ask me had it have been me doing this. Like, hey, do you have actual solid proof that you like you actually scheduled this appointment for the polygraph? And she said she didn't have much, but that it was definitely scheduled, and things just started getting like really murky. So nothing was
Oh
making
yes, that's another
sense.
thing. We should have double checked on the cost of it too, because like that's another
Well,
thing that's weird.
that's another thing. So I was listening back through the live streams, and I recorded the pieces that I felt were important, like little screen recordings of the clips that I felt were important. And how this all really came to be today was I was going to put together a short video, probably like 5 minutes
Hmm.
altogether, of just the inconsistencies and the different stories. Like, first, Cher said that she had used a Cash App card to secure it. And then a couple
Hmm.
weeks later, she said she used a Visa to secure it. And I'm like, well, which is it, a Visa or a Cash App? And what polygraph guy is going to take a Cash App card to put on file? I don't know if they do that, but either way, um, I will say, like, I have verified and gave to Ziggy this man actually saying there was no polygraph ever scheduled, and you never paid. I sent you a payment link and nothing was ever paid.
Yep. So
And yeah, so
you got him recorded,
yeah.
and Cher wanted to pretend to be my friend and stuff. So I guess like I was saying, what's good for the goose is good for a gander. So we just, since she wanted to play pretend, we just pretended to be her. So and got
Well, I
information.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but it is
Cher.
not illegal.
I said I was, well, I'll tell you why I did that actually. And I did that because I won't say who, but somebody had actually called him right when all this happened, and he said, unless you're the person that scheduled this or you're the person that it was scheduled for, I can't tell you anything. So nobody was ever going to get to the bottom of this unless they said, hi, I'm Cher. So that's what I did, and I don't feel bad about that. This was done in Summer's name, and Summer was used for several months to run a scam of what proportion I have no idea. I don't know about all of that. I just know Cher wasn't truthful, and that's not right. And, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
just think the truth is important. And anyone who cares about Summer and anybody who's going to, go live about Summer and cover her case, like, needs to respect her. She's been let down already so much. Like, why? Why all of this?
Mm-hmm.
You
So
know?
she gave her available dates to schedule. A deposit was required. Yeah, yeah. So I guess we could. I'm trying to think. Oh, and the suppose that's another thing. I really want to look into. Ask him, which I feel bad bothering the guy, but yeah, she at first said it was going to be like $250, and the reason why she said $500, I guess, was because it was supposed to be me and Fred at first, but she never updated you guys and changed that once it ended up, oh, we're just going to do Fred. So actually, it sounds like she could have been lying about the charge the whole time, and I
Do
wouldn't
you
even be.
want me to play those things, Ziggy, before you put this out? Like, do you want me to play, because I have it on my other phone, like her saying that it was 250, and then so I don't know if the deposit was supposed to be 250 and then you could pay the rest, or if it was because 250 was for you and 250 was for Fred. But she had said both. So she really couldn't keep her story straight. She wrote that in text in a comment somewhere, and then she said something entirely different. Like, I don't know if people pay attention when people are live and talking about this kind of stuff, but this was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 live streams. And then in hindsight, going back and listening to it from the beginning, you can literally hear where she changes her story about multiple things throughout the whole course of that. Like, do you want me to play any of that at all? Or do you just want to put
Go
this,
ahead. Yeah.
all right, let me grab my other device so that I can.
Tiffany, yeah, like she was getting a video together, and basically, and she just is like, well, I need to call, and it didn't decided she couldn't call him yesterday because it was too late when she realized like she just lost track. And then she's like, oh, I need to call him, and calls him and is like, wow, really, I don't have to do a video because everything's right here in this video.
Yeah, it saved me the time of having to make a video that's going to take like a whole day to make and then 5 minutes to put out. Like, I just called the guy and it was done in 1 minute and 13 seconds, like so much easier. But here, so I'm just going to play a couple things just like so people can see here how this all went down, and it should be really easy to follow. And that way there's no questions about this. Like, it is what it is. Cher, I don't know how will she explain this away, but there is no way to explain it away. It is what it is. She did what she did. And unfortunately, Summer was used again.
Yeah, I know. And these people like Mama's Spaghetti that wants it just to go away. And oh, we're late. Like we're just now like, oh, we're late to the party. Well, it happened to me for one, and me and Fred and Summer Wells and the community. I mean, most importantly, Summer Wells. And I mean, you guys, so I don't see why people wouldn't want this exposed. You wouldn't want the truth. So anyway, sorry.
All right. So, I'm sorry, Ziggy.
Oh no, I just forgot because I get upset with these people who say stupid stuff like as it because they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care because they think, oh, it was just done to Ziggy and Fred, but no, it was done to Summer Wells in the community. That's what she used to do this.
So like,
she's bragging about it.
Take Ziggy and Fred out of the equation, take Cher out of the equation, and pretend it was Sally and Joe. I mean, there is no difference. At the end of the day, this was done in Summer's name. And that's what I feel like. People, they're so hung up on, Ziggy married a suspect, Ziggy this or whatever. And it's like, but they're missing, these are excuses that people make to make things okay that are not okay. And then they get hung up on those factors and they lose track of the actual situation.
She's calling out everybody else's scam on her post right now, like that she feels are scamming. Oh, like every day, this Whitaker scam. And then now she's talking about Dolly and stuff. And then then she'll talk about stuff that she feels I've done wrong in the past. It's like you're absolutely trying to distract from what you freaking did, which was actually more gross than any of that stuff put together. So
I agree. All right, so let me play some of this let me actually finish this cigarette and I'm going to go inside so it's like quiet. So there's only a couple of these. This was before I even called the polygraph guy. I did this like late at night. I couldn't sleep, went through the streams that she did and kind of backtracked from present time to when it all began. So I went through everything and I used the transcripts to find the word polygraph, and I just started backpedaling from there to find, what was what. So here, I will start with.
That's actually pretty smart, going through the transcript and searching. That is really,
yeah.
I wouldn't use that.
Well, I was thinking, I got to listen to all of these and find where she spoke about, the polygraph. It's just, that's a lot of work. I don't have that kind of time on my hands. But so, all right. We'll start right here.
Come on, grow up. Who else is in here? Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Nishu. Well, then don't be here. There's tons of other shows. Don't be here then. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, and sorry, it's like so sped up. I screen recorded it, so I can't slow it down. I wasn't going to listen to it on normal speed because I'd have been there for 7 days. So, all right. This one is just a couple of minutes long. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for at this moment. I'm just going to go through it and let it play, because whatever I screen recorded was obviously important, because I wouldn't screen record it if it wasn't. So
I'm done with the shit. Hi, Roswell. Miss Tills, Jewelry, Tammy. Well, that's understandable. It's been too much. It's been years now. I get that. That's a fair feeling. Okay. Hi, Angie's Life, JD. Hi, Mary. That would be good. I mean, obviously, I would love to follow Dawn and Candace. And from what I hear, like, Dawn and Candace are allegedly broken up and stuff. So, like, Dawn, what up, homie? Call me. Baby, I just told Dawn he should call me. Just in case anyone, tells you guys just hitting on Dawn. Thank you, Roswell. Did I clickbait you with the title? Nope. Did y'all fucking clickbait me with the rumors so I'd go live? That's what it was. People were like, if I say this, Cher will hop on a live, and I want to see Cher live, because that's what everyone loves. It's more of me on their phone screens and computer screens. That's what it was. No, it is not clickbait. Here, hold up, wait a minute. Oh, is it? Where? I've been talking to Daniel Martel all day. I was quite an asshole to him. Hold on. All right. Oh, all day. Oh, is it? Where? I've been talking to Daniel Martel all day. I was quite an asshole to him. Hold on. All right. But we talked it out. And I own only a few pages in it. I will... can't say that. What was this? Somebody who respects... Or no.
No, she's not talking that fast. I had her on 2 speed because I'm so sorry. I apologize. I didn't want to be like doing this for hours on end. I just did it in a couple hours one night.
You're doing a favor.
Sorry, guys. I apologize. And I don't think they're all like that, though. They're not all 2 speed.
My perspective on things, and in Jack and Lily's case, has sent to me.
Let me fast forward. I don't know why I recorded that part, but I did.
Oh, then clearly they don't really care about your missing stepkids whatsoever either. So
hold on a sec.
We're lost. Fred is taking the test. Yes, we're gonna get there.
All right.
We were talking about a few things, so yeah, let's give them a fair shot here. So anyways, yes, I've got all those. Benny, I'm gonna send you that if you're cool with that, actually, because yeah. And Tammy says I'm sending it to you as well. So the team. The band is back together. Baby. Brothers chat. Welcome to hi.
Hold on, I wasn't prepared for this. Hold on one second. I apologize. So annoying.
No, it's fine. No, it's totally fine, because this stuff, people need to hear how bad she or how hard she tried to promote this and act like she was doing a good thing the whole time.
It was pretty premeditated. I'm not gonna lie. This went on for quite a while. This went on since August 6th, as far as I could go back. If anybody can go back farther, then that's interesting. But I mean, honest to God, August 6th, it's October, for fuck's sakes.
And she's laughing about, and everybody needs to remember, I kept doing the same thing in the background, thinking that maybe I kept making excuses for it, because I'm truly somebody can't be this evil for that long and pretend to be somebody's friend, and the whole time they're talking a 6 up behind the scenes, and you're this person that tried to ruin your life for years, and you've had a protective order. What the heck?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, the whole 6 up stuff. I don't know why. It's okay, if you're trying to, I think it all really did unfold pretty well, in the sense of being able to see all of those factors in the end. It's okay, had you known that Cher was talking to someone who you have had a lot of vitriolic communication with over the years and situations with, had you had known that, you definitely wouldn't have been, getting excited to go live with Cher on your channel to do your
Right.
meeting of the mind stuff. And
Posted the, I posted the stuff she was saying, like she was pretending not to know, like that six. Basically, she tried to act like she didn't really know who Six Up was too well, and that
right.
Six Up was. She thought me and Six Up were cool. That was a big red flag. I was like, dude, everybody, you know that. I mean, she's around enough to know. That just seemed. That was the first one. But go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I think this is better because I went to the last screen recording, and that would bring me back to the very beginning, like August 6th, because like I said, I went backwards. So I'm going to start at the last screen recording I had. And like I said, I wasn't all the way prepared. I was going to make a video with all of these, and then it was going to be super put together. But now that we have the guy on the phone saying what he did, it's just like, we'll just play this. So, all right, hold on. So she starts talking here, and you'll also be able to hear too, when I say like the whole premeditation of all of this, like her kind of wooing Ziggy and Fred and defending Fred. And, also at the beginning, it wasn't just Fred, it was Andy as well. This was a Fred and Andy polygraph. Like she said that Andy was going to be polygraphed within several days of Fred. Like, so when she's like, oh, Andy doesn't need one, this, that, and the other, we're like, I never said Andy was going to have, she actually really did. And it's all on her channel. It's all sitting there. I mean, this isn't hard at all to follow, but it's pretty fucked up. And I can say,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you think she
yeah,
purposely put out that false Cash App? Like, you
I
notice that
don't
she
know.
for Brandy for
I
several days.
really don't know.
False wasn't right. It wasn't even correct. Cash App. I don't know.
I'm really not sure because I don't want to like say that. I mean, that's a lot right there. Like if she, I don't know what her true intentions were with that. I don't know if it was an accident. I don't only, we know what we know, and only Cher knows what her intentions were here. What would the point of being like, what would the point be to putting out a fake cat? Where would the money go? I mean, would you want the money to go somewhere?
You could change the Cash App. Anybody can change their Cash App to anything they want it to be. So somebody could have
that.
Yeah, you can change it anytime to anything.
Oh, okay. Well, that is, I guess, unbeknownst to any of us at this point. But if anyone else wants to do that work, go right ahead, knock yourself out. I can only do this little bit that I've done. So
yeah, we appreciate.
All right,
I do really. You have a lot.
So you're up here on the panel with her. I'll play this.
Okay.
I think it's not. Well, I don't know. Is it okay to say like we pretty much know Fred's sober because he has no choice because they are on his ass every single day and he doesn't even know what time of day they're calling, right?
Correct.
So
yeah, tell him what you have to do every day for probation.
I mean, I just got to call. I have a drug screen call in every day. But then my probation's once a month. Then Hawkins County's every 3 months.
Yeah.
That I have to.
But you have to call in daily.
Yeah, I have to call in daily.
If you have the urine screen between the hours of
5 and 1.
You're able to hear this okay, right? Like everybody in the chat, I just want to make sure. Okay.
59.
Yep. And then he has to be there by 3 that day. So,
dang.
Of course, I always call by at least 5:30 every morning. So,
how long do you have to do all that crap for?
they didn't tell me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so he's on probation for 9 years. So it's until I guess.
Could be 9 years. Damn.
It could. Yeah. I'm sure, and so they really, I'm sure, are most interested in the money, and it's a lot. So it's not like that's going to be paid off anytime soon. So I'm sure, like, for some years at least.
That sucks.
So we're just gonna chat the civil. I already had to delete a comment. If Fred wants his wife to shut up, he'll tell his wife to shut up. Okay, so this isn't. If you saw the title,
Wow.
this isn't like a formal like interview. This is just Fred and Ziggy and Mark and I putting our heads together and wanting to start over and really just speak about the case. And you guys had said on Ziggy's that you wanted us to go and basically start over together, and to try something new and be civil. We don't fully agree on everything, and that's well, I think it's
Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea of how it all, like, so what I'm showing is, well, what I was going to show in the video was how it came to be. Like, me and Ziggy are starting over, like, okay, so you get the hint of what I'm trying to do. Okay.
Yeah.
that's definitely a mood bringer downer. Fuck. So now let's get to something that I'm excited about to help get Summer's case going again. Keep people.
And let me just say this. Cher had written that it was selfish of her, but she was looking for something new for people to talk about.
Wow.
Now, that's in regards to the polygraph test, and I can send you that comment so you can put up on your screen. I was really shocked when I read it because I'm thinking, wow, so this is really just, she admits that it's just for content. It's just to get something to talk about. And she's like, and she even says, I know that's selfish, but, and it's like, really, you have to wonder what is going through the mind of somebody who, all right, so the whole picture, she's using Ziggy and Fred, right, for this whole polygraph situation, and she does it, and she knows that Ziggy and Fred can bring her content. A polygraph, saying she's going to get them polygraphed, and first of all, bringing Ziggy and Fred on her panel is content. I've seen Cher's chats over the last, 5 months or so. There's like 39 people in the chat. Suddenly Ziggy and Fred show up and you've got 300, 400. So you see, like, she did use Ziggy and she did use Fred, and she's using Summer at the same time.
Right. And it's like Summer. It all goes back to Summer. It really, truly does. And people forget that. Like, and she's admitted, and actually, I think she thought she was going to get some type of, like she thought she was going to get some kind of shocking information, secret information on me and Fred, and that everybody would just forgive her because, she brought this shocking info that thanks Cher for being this secret detective. I really think that's what she thought, but she found out like that there's nothing. Everything I say here is what I say to her privately. So yeah, she definitely I don't know. It didn't work out the way that she wanted, I don't think. I think
this certainly isn't what she wanted. I can tell you that right now. And I honestly, like, Cher will probably be like, Tiffany, she'll come to me every, I don't know, once a year and be like, can we start off on a clean slate? And I'm always like, yeah, sure, no problem. I don't have any personal beef with Cher. I don't have, like, we weren't friends at one point and then fell out and I'm out to get her or something. Like, I don't wish any ill will on her. I'm not out to get her. I'm not like doing this because I have some kind of ulterior motive. I am literally shocked that I'm actually shocked that it was.
She went out to she went out intentionally to harm me and Fred. I mean, though, you know, which is gross. I see like a normal person wouldn't do that. Like, I'm not even wanting to be, you know, like I said, I prayed for her, because if you pray for
I
her,
know. I was just going to say that the other night, Ziggy, when this happened, Ziggy had spoke with me and she was truly hurt. Like, she's like, Tiffany, I really thought that Cher wanted to make amends with me. I hope you don't care that I'm saying this. Like,
no, it's
she
okay.
was truly hurt. And I don't ever normally hear Ziggy talk about praying for people. I don't think Ziggy sits around like, oh, I prayed for you today. Or, you know, like, that's not like regular Ziggy jargon. You know what I mean? Like, she had said, like, I wasn't even mad. I was hurt, and I prayed for her that night when I went to bed, because something has to be wrong that she would try to hurt us this way. And I remember going back to one of my friends, like, saying, Ziggy said she prayed for Cher. Like, I just, everything leading up to this told me you were not lying about the things that Cher said you were. That's all. And I remember when Ziggy had told me maybe like a couple weeks ago, even, like, yeah, I made amends with Cher, and, you know, she has burned me in the past, but I really want to start fresh with her. And, you know, like, I do believe in giving people second chances. And, you know,
Yeah,
I
like the
probably
third
shouldn't
time, some
tell
pretty
her
horrible.
like personal stuff, but I did share something that was, you know, really private, and I shouldn't have done that. And now I'm nervous, you know, and like, you know, a lot went on here. And at the
Yeah,
end of the
you feel
day,
like I
like,
hope you didn't share that stuff about your daughter, and I was like, yeah, I did.
yeah, I know. I was thinking, oh no, like, I was thinking, I really hope Cher isn't going to use like Ziggy's daughter. And then she did. And I was really,
First chance she got. I didn't think. I was kind of still thinking, even after she turned on, after that all happened, I was kind of still thinking like
she
maybe she
wouldn't
won't.
go there. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, so, okay. So, anyways, so this is where like it really all starts. She says, um, and I have the transcript up. So hold on.
Yeah, I'm listening. I gotta go pee, so I'm listening
Oh,
while
go
you play
ahead.
this.
I'll play it straight through while you go to the bathroom.
All right, cool.
Okay. So, okay, guys.
That's definitely a mood bringer downer. Look. So now let's get to something that I'm excited about to help get Summer's case going again. Keep people talking. So again, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, Fred and Ziggy have offered. They offered.
Okay. And she puts great emphasis on Fred and Ziggy offered. Why would Fred and Ziggy offer if they weren't going to ever follow through? Like, this is these things that, and she puts air quotes up when she says this. So this is in the beginning when she wants everybody, you know, to be pulled in. That's the way I view it. It's her working on the audience, like Ziggy and Fred offered. They're the ones that offered to do this. So, and then as time goes on, it gets kind of dirtier and dirtier, and you start to see the manipulation that has gone on, you know?
I actually didn't have to ask. We've had plenty. I don't know if Ziggy's in chat right now. She's getting ready for her show here after this. So it's in the pinned comment. So I'm sure this is okay to say. We've had private conversations, a lot of them. They actually said to me they would take the test. So then it came up on who did we go? my live was last, I think. We did Ziggy's first, mine, and then Ziggy's tonight. Okay. So on my live, which was our last conversation study session, it came out near the end of the show, and Ziggy was like, I'll take one. And I was like, why does Ziggy have to take one? But I did think of some questions we could give Ziggy. So,
Yeah, and then it's also more money when you polygraph Ziggy, who was not on Ben Hill Road or even in Rogersville, Tennessee, or the state of Tennessee on June 15th. So if Ziggy gets a polygraph and Fred gets a polygraph, it's extra money, right? Right. Okay.
Fred said he'll take one. Andy came in and said he'll take one. So we've got Ziggy, Fred, and Andy that I am absolutely setting up.
I thought that was funny when she said that she's got Ziggy, Fred, and Andy that she's setting up, because it really does feel like a setup. But so don't exclude the fact that from jump it was Ziggy, Fred, and Andy. Andy was always sold off as a part of this. And, you know, I don't know where things fell off, where she's like, no, Andy doesn't need one. Well, but that's not how you presented it to people.
Exactly. And then did a poll like, oh, I'm sorry, the people have chosen. It's like, dude, you totally set that up too. You had all the haters and stuff come in there. Anyways, yeah, that was all set up too, in my opinion.
My best advice to anybody, and I've been saying this for I don't even know how many years, like 2018, 19, 20, it's been like 7 years that I've been saying, if you want to help with something, donate directly to whatever the hell people are fundraising for. You don't need a middleman. Okay, would you pay your electric bill through your neighbor? Would you go next door and say, hey, take my debit card, charge it to your, or here, take this money. No, sorry, that made no sense. Take this money, take $235 and put it in your bank account. And then can you pay my electric bill for me? Like, nobody does that. They just pay their electric bill with their own money. You don't need a middleman. My whole entire reason for saying, if you see somebody is fundraising for something, if I was to come up here and say, hey guys, I'm going to fundraise for groceries for Jane, because or diapers for Jane, because that was another thing Cher was talking about. She wanted to give the money to someone who needed diapers, a single mom who needed diapers. Like, who's the single mom that needs diapers? Where is this coming from? Like, the things I've listened to throughout, like listening just
like what you saying about the paying, no middleman.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that the guy sent, I just found out today through your call when I heard it about the payment, link, that there was a payment link. So people could have gone to that link themselves and paid on the polygraph. I didn't even know that was an option because Cher didn't tell anybody that.
I
Like,
didn't
that
know that either. And yeah, I mean, Cher, the man sent you a payment link and said, I sent you a payment link and you never sent payment. That's what he said on this phone call that I'm going to play. Like, wow. So people could have actually, Cher could have dropped that payment link in her chat, and she could have actually had that guy paid for Fred and Andy's polygraphs. I bet you anything that this community would have gladly helped if she would have said, here is the direct link. Do not trust middle people. Ask for the source where you can send it to. And that's it. When somebody is trying to take money in themselves and it's got to go from you to them to someone else. Red flag right off the rip. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It never ends well. And that's the moral of the story. But okay, so
I thought it was the best thing to use a third party, but because I didn't want to collect the money myself, because
well, see, that could work to someone's advantage okay, so that's you not wanting to touch money because you're
Right.
not wanting to get, and then it's like, okay, so yeah, that's a safe route for you, Ziggy. But then for other people who are like, they're the ones paying her to pay someone else, it's not your fault that happened because you were like, oh, I'm going to use someone else to collect the money because you don't want to be accused or be responsible for money. That makes sense. I wouldn't blame someone for not wanting to be attached to money. Like when Benny and I did the blip billboards, we never collected a single dime. We just had everybody do their own billboard, and we taught people how to use the website, which was actually a lot of work to teach people how to use the website themselves and size up the pictures and send them back to people. But it's worth it to do all that extra legwork so that no one can ever say, oh, I gave so-and-so $300 and I don't see a billboard up, right? Like, that's just the moral of the story. Don't do it. Don't touch money. Don't fundraise for things that you can't hold true to. If you're going to if you're going to fundraise, show proof and be transparent, because the second someone doesn't show full transparency, call it quits. Walk away. If someone is saying, oh, well, I don't have that right now, but I'll see if I can get it later, just know right then and there something isn't right. All right, so I'll press play again. Hold on a sec. So she said,
big lesson learned for the whole community and me is big time, but for
what'd
all
you
of us,
say?
big lesson learned for all of us, especially me, and Fred, but for everybody, it's a
Sure.
big lesson.
She said, so we've got Ziggy, Fred, and Andy that I'm absolutely setting up. And then I press pause. Hold on.
Okay.
My calls. Now, of course, you guys know I'm trying to find it the free route first, and then going through reviews and all of that. So, because we're gonna do this proper, and then of course you have to know what anyone would do is, because we've heard like Chris Proudfoot say that TBI advises people against taking lie detector tests. I was told that will not hinder an investigation. Why that will not hinder the investigation is because they aren't admissible in court. So Chris Proudfoot, by the way, they would never tell you not to take one because it doesn't matter. So
I would beg to differ there. Like, if you have an attorney, they're definitely not going to be like, yeah, go take a polygraph with that guy over in Knoxville. And that is probably not a good idea. So she doesn't even know what she's talking about right here. And like I said, this is not an attack on her. I'm not even like being spiteful. I'm really actually disgusted. I didn't think, I've never seen Cher do this before, honestly. I don't think I've ever heard of her running a scam or anything like that. I'd like to think she wouldn't do that, but she definitely did this time. So
I offer, since I'm going to set up these three, and like I said, and there's a few people that have come to me privately and said, get them the information and they would help pay for them. By the way, most people don't think Ziggy needs one either. But anyway, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And the offer tonight is going to Miss Jody Sue Brown, who's all of a sudden telling Monster in Baltimore and everyone not to take the polygraph, which is obviously not going to be me and Mark setting them up and like putting strainers on their heads or whatever. It's going to be through certified people, reputable people.
Sorry, Ziggy. Were you trying to read I didn't hear you if you were
No,
trying to read it.
No, I'm not reading at all. I'm just putting them up on this. I'm letting people know, like when I put up on the screen, that I'm reading it.
Oh, well, if you want to, I don't want to keep you from answering people either. If you want to, I don't know if there might be questions in the chat and I'm just over here playing stuff and you're like, oh shit, I can't answer this person.
No,
Okay.
No, go ahead.
All right.
I'll just speak up if I want to say something.
Yeah, just say hey, pause it.
Okay.
Not admissible in court. So, yes. Now, I have found some places. There's some different pricings, and I have found, I think, the best pricing I'm going to find in Ziggy and Fred's area for $250 a piece.
Okay, so there's your answer. $250 a piece. They were not $500 a piece.
Wow.
God.
250 a piece. Okay. Wow.
And I also will say this, Cher, I've seen this happen a lot of times before in the past. People are going to respect you so much more if you just say, you know what, guys, I fucked up here, here, and here. This is what happened. This is why I did it. This is where things went wrong. Take responsibility, apologize, and people will forgive you. I mean, it makes it so much worse when you go on damage control mode and all, it's just so much better when people are just straight up. This didn't need to happen. And, before anybody, Cher, you really should just make an apology to Summer first and foremost, because for somebody that claims to care about her, you're not it. And it's just sad. I mean, and you clearly state that you did this just to get people talking about her case again. It's really unfair.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. She's trying to portray it as something good when it was actually something really disgusting from the start.
Yeah, I don't understand why. And if it was for money, just tell people if you need something. People are going to help you. If you need something and you don't have money for something, just say, hey guys, I'm struggling this month, and don't use something like this to get money. I mean, it's people are so giving and so caring. You don't need to lie.
All right. Well, she doesn't want to have to be put. She doesn't, look what she said about my bills and stuff like that I talked to her privately about, that was not even put out there. So, shaming me about stuff like that, but yet she's scamming for money for,
what? Life is hard, and I don't think there's a single person that doesn't feel hit in their wallet at the grocery store right now. I don't think there's a single person that hasn't seen their utility bills go up. Everybody is suffering in some way or another. Even the richest of people are complaining about prices. So everybody's in the same boat. Everyone's trying to make it, but you cannot use a missing child to scam money. At the end of the day, come on. Why? There's no good reason for it.
I will get a videotape recording and the results.
So let me just, because I caught it in the middle, she said, now I found some places, there's some different pricings, and I think the best pricing I'm going to find in Ziggy and Fred's area for $250 a piece. And with that, I will get a videotape recording and the results.
Okay. And then, I've got a call around for Andy's, and Andy and Jody Sue Brown are in the same area. So before I started calling on Andy's, I wanted to get on here before our next study sessions, because this is what I'm doing behind the scenes and everything. I wanted to throw it out to Jody Sue Brown. It's all paid for. We'll get you there. We'll pay for the test. Like, and people that know me know we'll make this happen. Cher can make shit happen. This is easy to make happen. And again, obviously, there's places that do this. People with a half a brain, even a quarter.
I just have to open my sliding door, and I don't want it to like shut her voice out. Hold on, sorry.
Of the brain know that they have to be certified. A lot of them, work with the law and for the law, even so. Whatever bullshit she'll try and spin. The offer is for Jody Sue Brown as well. Everything will be paid for. I'll buy you lunch. I'll buy you your meals for the day. Whatever you need to get there. It's out there. Fred, Ziggy, Andy, and Jody Sue Brown. So that's going to be it for the people I have. I mean, I would throw the invite out to Jackie Dobbs, but I don't think that was the real Jackie Dobbs in my comments. But I would throw the offer. Now, for the people wondering, what if they don't show up? What then? Good question. But for me, I sure think that also would speak volumes. Okay? So feel free to call the TBI and ask. Don't just take Cher's word for it. We talked to all kinds of law and TBI and FBI and like everything from all around the globe. It's not admissible, and everyone knows that it's not admissible in the court. So what do you have to lose by taking it? Now, why not call the TBI and just have the TBI do it? Obviously, TBI was called because I just want to make sure I'm not hindering anything, right? Like, and I don't want to get anyone else.
No, you're right.
Which doesn't make sense because right there she said, it's not admissible in court, but then she later says, oh, it's going to be 500 because he might have to appear in court. So what would he have to report for?
So Ziggy, that's kind of what I was saying when I said you can hear how she changes, her story. Like 1 minute it's okay, it's $250 because it's $250 a piece, but it's going to be $500 because this might go to court one day. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to mention any names, but Cher, you are a terrible friend to use people that you claim to be your friend and to lie to them in front of everybody. Okay? You told someone you call a friend that they changed this to $500 because it might go to court one day. And you know that that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lie. You don't have friends, Cher. Okay? Because friends would never lie to their friends. Friends don't lie. Did you ever watch Stranger Things? Friends don't lie. Stop lying to your friends. Maybe it's just like something she does, but it's gross.
Yeah, they're her tools to get what she wants. That's it.
I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. How are you going to, and it's like, Ziggy, when you said that you prayed for Cher because you felt like something had to be wrong for her to treat you this way. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree something has to be wrong because it's not like she was lying behind the scenes. She was lying in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's all under our nose, lying on a live stream, saying it out loud, writing it in comments. Like, that's dirty as fuck. Like, you didn't just disrespect Ziggy, Fred, Summer. You disrespected your own audience, your own subscribers, the whole entire community for Summer, your own who you call friends. Like, for what? For what reason? And you think that people are not going to notice. All people have to do is go listen to your live stream. This is so easy. I did it laying in my bed. in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep, and it took me an hour to go through all of these lives, and I was like, wow, she just said in the live on 2 weeks before this that this was for Andy, Fred, and Ziggy. Now 2 weeks later she's saying no, Andy was never a part of it. Like, Jesus, it's crazy. I don't know if she forgot her lies or if she just doesn't care,
I wonder
or
if she is. I'm like, I even was questioning, like, it was messing with my head. I was like, is she have multiple personalities? Like, I like serious. And I'm not even funny. I'm like, is she like not like, I don't know. That's just making excuses, though, I think, for her, actually, in a way. But
well, yeah, I mean, to say, yeah, if she, I don't know if she does, I don't know if she does or not. I don't know what. I think at the end of the day, people just forget what they say, and they don't even. But I mean, wow, go listen to your own lives. Shit.
In trouble either, because fucking Fred and Ziggy are like, can we go yesterday?
See, listen there too. She's like talking them up. Fred and Ziggy wanted this done like yesterday, right? Can we just go yesterday? Like, she's even telling you how bad Ziggy and Fred wanted to do this. So whether or not you like Ziggy, like, say for instance, 6 Up, she might not like you, but how do you listen to this and say, uh, I don't know. Like, how even someone that doesn't like you, they can't even deny that, like, she's saying you and Fred were so excited to do this, basically. So, I mean, wow.
Oh, the thing about it is TBI gets the results and we're not going to hear about it. And then that doesn't help the people that want the results out to try and help. Like, hey, can we maybe with the results, maybe we can focus a little less or put this on back burner and make.
So she says here that, and anybody who cares about Summer isn't going to want that, what Cher just said she wanted, because if TBI did it, you're not going to hear about it, she said. Then you can't use it, which means if there was new information, she wants it. She doesn't care if it can help Summer. She just wants it to use it to go live. That's everything you don't want for a child that deserves to be found and then receive justice.
Yeah, exactly.
We go
People
hard
need to
on
put
something
aside.
else. I don't.
Sorry, Ziggy.
No, I just said people need to put the hate aside, like, and start thinking about what's best for Summer Wells, not like, oh, how can we get this person or that person, or how can we hurt Ziggy, or can we hurt this person? Like, that's gross. You're hurting Summer Wells at the same time. Do you not understand that? Use something else if you want to get at me and Fred, use something else to do it. Don't freaking use Summer Wells' case to try to get close to us. You knew that was the only way to do it.
Well, when you're dealing with, there would be no using Fred if it weren't for Summer, right? So, like, you're not going to get the desired result if it's not Fred, because Fred is going to bring her views when it comes to Summer. So she needed to use, and she needed you to get to Fred for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, it's just very messy. This is very messy.
No, but yeah, and not everybody is. So that's life. I'm not sure, not to be mean, but is Fred like an older gentleman where, like, I'm 41. We didn't have like social media and stuff till we were older, right? So, or I mean, I'd say when did I have like MySpace? I don't even know. I must 17, 18. I don't remember. But yeah, so the invite's out there. Jody Sue Brown. There's no invite. Ziggy and Fred invited themselves, so I'm just how they make it happen. absolutely, Ziggy, and the ratings, and I'll get with you guys privately.
So Ziggy wrote, because Cher shared it on the screen, much cheaper than I expected, actually. And then Cher said, yeah, I'll get with you behind the scenes.
Ratings are good, and I just need to make sure there's the right area, because there are a few. But I liked the reviews of the one place I have in mind for you and Fred, because he doesn't go easy on people. Some people feel like he goes easy on them, and some people feel he doesn't. And he is very, very, very certified. The reviews are great, and I think super fair. Some men didn't think he was fair. Some women didn't think he was fair. And to me, that's kind of fair then. Didn't seem like it was all women thinking he was just, helping all men get away with these questions or whatever. So I don't know. So yeah, that's what's been going on since all of the polygraph situation has been made public. That's where we're at. So as we get it more going, obviously, I'll be keeping you guys updated. Ziggy, Fred will be keeping you guys updated. Jody Sue Brown, invite for you. We will buy your meals for the day. We will get your bus pass, your gas, fill your tank, whatever.
How is she going to do all that? And I was listening to this thinking, like, how's she going to pay for hotels, gas, food, all of this stuff when the fucking polygraph couldn't even be paid for?
I was telling her behind the scenes, I'm like, Cher, please, like all the time, I'm like, do not buy it off more than you can chew. Like, she was like wanting to buy these hotels. And I'm like, we don't want, first of all, we did not want a hotel. We really truly wanted to come home. We knew we would want to, we're just homebodies, so I knew we weren't going to want to stay at a hotel that night. And she just was wanting to do this and that. I'm like, you're not going to have the money for all that. I kept bringing that up to her, like over and over behind, like, privately.
I noticed too, like, sometimes people don't even care in the moment when they're doing stuff like this. If her intention was from jump to pull the wool over people's eyes, they don't care about whether or not they're actually going to be able to follow through, because they're just thinking about the goal that they have in mind for themselves. So to try to rationalize or make sense of someone who's doing something like this, you really can't, because they're not going to be thinking like we're going to be, like, the questions that I might have never even probably entered her mind, because that wasn't, her goal was not to, well, I don't want to say what her goal was because I don't want to speak for her, put words in her mouth, but it doesn't appear to me that her goal was to be truthful. And I don't think any of the things we're asking ever even entered her mind.
Look what Chasing said, and that is very true, because I know somebody else, one of my mods and friends here, had contacted also 5 different polygraph places here in town, which I put up her message on my wall. And 2 of them contact her both back, and both of them said they would work with us.
So she said that the place in Indiana said that they would take what Fred had, which was basically a picture of a photo, a picture of a paper ID, because you can see it was paper, you can see it was crinkled, you can see it wasn't laminated.
Yes, birth certificate, and we were going to bring that too. So he has his actual birth certificate.
If you have a birth certificate, you're pretty golden.
Yeah. So, and you can look him up online and see, like, he's the person who you're polygraphing, but still, like, I understand them wanting to do things the right way. I totally get it. But I just knew she wasn't trying. She didn't try. She was never intended on doing it ever. She didn't try hard enough. She even asked the guy if he would take anything differently. Really, she didn't try. I feel like he's probably so annoyed with us at this point. It would have been.
Oh yeah, that guy, he's annoyed. There's no doubt about it. he's like, I don't know how many people have called and tried to talk to this guy, but right off the rip, he was like, I told you there was no polygraph ever scheduled. Like, he is so irritated. And hopefully now that, you know,
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else will actually be calling him to bother him at this point,
yeah.
you know? Yeah.
I still have hope. Like, I mean, I even still, I don't know. I was like,
Ziggy, you
it
know
would
what
have
I said? Do it in your own time. Like, you don't need Cher to do this for you. You have your own community. You have your own channel. Do it when your house is in order and you have, Fred has his ID and you have what you need, and then work on it from there. Get what you need to get done, situate things the way that they need to be, and then work on, extras like doing a polygraph or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just looking up how far Lafayette, Indiana was. So hour and a half, not too bad. So yeah, I'm close enough. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, there's several people have called and they have been willing to work with us. So and the fact that this guy had a payment link too, which I didn't know until today, like I'm like, gosh, that would have been perfect for people to just be able to pay, if we would have done, but
That's the thing, though. Had she had dropped the payment link, it would have been paid for, because I'll also say this. When I was going through these and I was watching the live streams, she had pulled up her YouTube studio, and I think it was $289 that she had made for 1 month. So she's like, okay, I have half of it, but I'm $10 negative in my account. So then she's like, so 10 minus $10 from the 289, I have 280. And then for the next month coming up, you can see, like, when you get paid from YouTube and it says a payment is headed your way. So that was the 289. Then it said for the month of, I believe it was September, it said, I think $92 or something in that ballpark. So she already had 289, 90 something, had people, and then I don't know what went to her Cash App. See, this is where it gets all crazy and messy, and you don't really know what people have brought in.
yeah.
It looks like to me the polygraphs for both of you, since they were $250 a piece, and she could have said, you know what, Ziggy, you don't need a polygraph. We're gonna do Fred and Andy, and we're all set. We have everything we need. Had she had dropped that link in her chat, the pay link that the guy had given to her that she never paid him for, that he said, Fred and Andy would have had their polygraphs. This would be a non-factor. It would have been done literally in the first couple weeks she had started concocting all of this. But I think Cher knew that. And
trying to act like Andy's was going to be like $1,500. I wonder even if
17, she said. She said
$1,700?
$1,700.
Yeah, I'm wondering the validity of that, all that. I don't, and if she even called on anything for Andy. So.
Well, I won't get into all that because it's just my opinion. But if Cher is, if she's favoring one over the other, she's not going to be honest probably about how much, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get too carried away, but I just don't put a lot of stock into what she's saying here as well, because you really don't know what she's being truthful about and what she's not. But
this is the worst thing I've seen in the community. So people trying to say oh, you're, trying to say stuff about me and Tiffany. I've never seen Tiffany scam the community. So that's not true.
I've never collected a dime in this community for anything. I have never, ever, not in any community I've been in. I've never gone on my channel and said I needed money for anything. I've never offered to pay for anything and collected money for anything.
I think this one's the worst I've seen in the summer. Well, in my opinion, I think it's. It just, in my opinion,
I think that the billboard scam was the worst. We've definitely listen. Any scam is bad. Personally, in my opinion, I've seen some pretty bad stuff, and I don't know how, but for some reason I can just always sniff a scam out the second my feet hit the floor. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, they're
I
all
don't,
bad. It's rude. It's not really, that's true. Any scam in the name of,
yeah.
especially in the name of a child's case, or yeah.
Yeah, when you're using the identity of a child who's missing, and you're pulling on the heartstrings of people that care about that child, that we're still here. It's been so many years, and doesn't matter who likes who. Everybody that is still here for Summer cares about her, whether we like this person or that person or not. And I'm not going to say Cher doesn't care about Summer. I won't ever say anybody doesn't care about Summer, but you got to wonder, like, okay, well, I wouldn't do Summer that way. I could never sit around and be like, oh, I'm going to pay for a polygraph for so and so because I want to know the truth for Summer. And then there's no polygraph ever scheduled. Like, you got to kind of like take into consideration how much does someone really care when they're doing that, or maybe the things that they're doing are just that deceitful and not up to par, that it's not that they don't care, but whatever's happening in their life that has caused them to do these things is just that
Yeah,
bad,
I don't think people realize, Country Babe, that I don't think people realize how bad this actually was and what she actually did. And I think that that's what, this live's about, and what Tiffany was going to, in her video that she was going to planning on do, that was going to show you guys, like, I don't think people realize, they don't, we all are busy, have things going on in our lives, and so it kind of just, she's distracting and pointing out other people's things that she thinks they've done wrong and stuff. It's all on purpose, and it's on purpose for trying to be cool with certain people and stuff. So she's hoping to, yeah, it's just hate bonding and a way to try to distract and protect.
I can honestly say I think I know why people are not more outraged. And the reason is, and Ziggy, this isn't against you, it's the fact that people have their mind made up. They have their opinion of who you're married to, what they might think of Fred, what they might think of you. Sometimes it matters who the person is, and the majority rules, right? So like, I've been in circumstances where people didn't care because it was me that something was happening to. But if something happens to someone else, everybody's outraged, right? Sometimes it's more like a favoritism thing, and YouTube and the internet in general is just very tribal. And a lot of like, it's a lot of groups that you see it in every case too. Like, you'll see things happening where you're like, okay, this just happened last month to so-and-so and no one gave a shit. And then now it's happening to someone else and the whole place is up in arms,
Yeah, it's true. I know that, like, a lot of people, like, I do have a lot of haters, but I do think the majority of people are upset about this. I really do. I just think that Cher, when you're in like Cher, she's surrounded by all haters, so all she's gonna see is people like in her chat, like cheering her on and stuff, and that's all she's gonna hear. I think, yeah, I do think she absolutely did take advantage of that. She thought, oh well, if people don't like, because that's all she's surrounded by is haters. So it seems like to her, like, everybody just hates us. And I do feel too, like, I've always said, I feel people have been unfair to Fred just because he's with me. I honestly think he gets more of bad, people looking at him more worse because of him being with me than the other way around. Honestly, I feel like that, because for some reason some of these people just did not like me, and they made their decision very early on. And a lot of people, like, they just stick to that, and doesn't matter what you do, you'll never satisfy them. So I don't even try anymore.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep playing this. That way we can get to the meat and potatoes here and play this call for people so that they can hear it from this guy. And all right.
Whatever it is you need, it is not admissible in a court of law. But I certainly have some good questions for you. And obviously, before this happens, we need to come together as a community, because while some people think this is a joke, this is not a joke for me. This is going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. The only reason it won't happen is that people aren't going to show up. I'll put it to you.
So I feel, just personally, I do feel she was never going to do this in the first place. The way that she prefaces things and the things that she says, you'll hear as I play these couple of clips that I have, she definitely was preparing she was staging the whole scene. Like, it's pretty obvious when you go back, and anybody can go back through Cher's lives and do this on their own. I don't know. Some people probably will pick up on different things I might have missed. I'm not all the way like honed in on. I probably am missing some things here and there. Cause I don't know. I just have a lot going on. So I'm not as focused as I normally would be. And I also did this pretty quickly, but I'm sure that if people went back even farther, they might even see some other precursors. And it's there. When you're dealing with the internet and you're like watching live streams, like I wasn't watching the chat, I was looking at the transcript. There's probably a lot more that I didn't see going on too. So
like that's the only reason that this doesn't happen. And if that happens, I'm going to have the proofs of it, because I specifically asked one of the people that would he allow me to interview him, should people not come, just like a few minutes to say I had something. Like, obviously I want people to know that I had something scheduled. Now, as far as, okay, if people don't show, what do we do with the money? And I don't know who will help if they don't help. Listen, of course I'm gonna come live. I am going to ask for help paying for it, but I'm also doing this not expecting help to pay for it. But some people have come to me privately and let me know that they're going to help pay for it. And I thank them. You guys know who you are. And it's no GoFundMe. We're just going to go on my Cash App, just Cash App, just the one link. And yeah, we'll be transparent. We will show everything. Now, as far as if they don't show, and
so keep in mind, this live stream, I don't want to say it was the 6th. It may have been August 6th or August 8th. I don't have it in front of me because this is a screen recording. She's already saying what she was going to do with the money if this didn't work out. And this was either August 6th or August 8th. I just don't know which date it was. She was wearing like a red tube top and she had like a bandana.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. She had like a bandana wrapped around her forehead. So whatever date that was, I'm not sure. It was either the 6th or the 8th of August. And it was like a red, tank top.
So that means she was collecting money way before September too, because people were donating before, so who knows how much money she took in August that she's not even asking into everything.
That's the thing. Like when it comes to someone using their Cash App, you'll never know what they took in. I mean, I've seen this before too, where there's all different avenues to pay. Or she did say she was only using Cash App. So, but what goes into someone's Cash App? You don't have.
No, she's using Cash App. Actually, that's a good point because she's in Canada, and because somebody was just saying, "Oh, Cher couldn't be scamming through Brandy's link because she can't use Cash App up in Canada," but yet she was taking money in from Cash App. So because when you search online, it says Canada, doesn't have Cash App. I don't know what I don't know if she's using some kind of VPN or something, if there's a way around that. Maybe some people in the chat know, but that's true. She did have a Cash App that she was, and people were donating to it. So she does use Cash App. So the person that's saying, well, they can't use it in Canada, I guess that's not true. When I searched it, it says it's not, but.
Yeah, I think like like whatever happens after this live stream, I'm sure more will probably come out, and maybe other people will do, or maybe you will do stuff too with this. I don't know, but I mean, this is just, to get it off the ground and let people know like what really all went on, and then, it'll probably grow its own legs, and so, maybe whoever Chasing might want to talk about. I know Chasing Truth had talked about it on her channel. I think I listened. She was pretty upset about the way things were going. I'm not saying she's going to. What I'm saying is other people have invested some time into caring about this. So who knows who may cover it.
And I mean, you don't come live for anything usually right now, with everything going on. So you're like, this is important to you. And it's because it is, I mean, you guys need to think, it's not just about what she did to Fred and me. It's also, it's Summer, like the community. That it was disgusting, absolutely horrible, and it's not okay. Right. I'm sorry.
You're right about that. Like not a lot really catches my attention. I went live with Benny twice about Summer, which was really nice. It wasn't anything that like needed to be addressed right away, but yeah, I mean, even though I've been away for a while, there isn't a single day that I don't think about Summer. I think about her often, even when my life is crazy. I could be driving down the road or wherever. I still think about her. I still wish I could do more. I'll never give up on her, forget about her. And yeah, if something's going on and I've been home for a couple months, things are quiet right now, but they're going to start getting really busy again. So I will be gone for probably a lot longer than I was last time. But I will always make time to help if I can, if I have the time and things are okay, and I don't want to go live on my channel, no, because it just takes a lot of energy to set up a live and entertain people. And like right now, Ziggy, if something was going on and I needed to get off the stream, I know I could just jump right off and go. You know what I mean?
You have to go, like, it's totally fine. You've showed a lot.
Oh no, everything's good.
I have the call here that I can play.
It's just easier when I can grab a link to someone else's channel.
I know it feels different. Like when you're not the host, it just feels like, I don't know. It does feel different, and it feels like a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I'm not going to commit myself to doing a live stream when I don't know. At any moment, like I may have to jump in the car or go somewhere. I don't know. Like, life is pretty unpredictable. So I have no plans of going live or doing anything. But like I told Ziggy, yeah, I'll jump up. And like when Benny asked if I wanted to do a live, I always take a link and come live for a little while. If I have time and things are cool, then I don't mind. But as far as like my channel's dead right now, I'm not doing anything. I am not covering any cases, not doing anything. But I do care about this. Yeah, of course, because it matters. And this is the community I care about. And Summer is a missing child that I care about. And she's, she's still out there. She's still missing. And I also feel like when a lot of people have stopped talking about Summer because time has passed or other children have captured their hearts or whatever. And people may take advantage of the fact that certain people aren't around and they're not calling things out. And there's not a lot of eyes on, dirty shit that people are doing. And they're like, well, this person, and this person aren't going to be around to call it out. So this is perfect timing to do this. Well, so I kind of thought about that too. I've been sitting around thinking like, is anyone going to take care of this? Like, is anybody going to talk about this? Like, is anyone going to find out what's actually going on here? And I do think that people do that. I think when a lot of people aren't focused on the case anymore, it's easier for people to do something like this because they know no one's really paying attention.
Is your son's favorite color green? Is that why?
No,
What's
the
his favorite
green
color?
is the green is for lymphoma. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
David has Burkitt lymphoma and the color is green. So that's why. And I put the little ninja like with the sword. I usually do because he's such a fighter. The green is for his lymphoma. Thank you, Fred.
Prayers and the positive
I
energy.
can't see the chat, so I don't know. I have one phone.
Still in the chat with like green hearts for David and prayer hands because Scout came up with the idea and I think that's great. Like, and I was just saying, which I'm not trying to embarrass anybody or Tiffany or anything, but yeah, I think we should. It really like just hearing how happy it made him to see Justin's posts and stuff like. All the people liking his post and, wishing him well wishes and all those comments you guys were leaving him, like it touched his heart. I heard it from Tiffany privately. And so, yeah,
he's very like, my son is not an emotional person. Like he doesn't cry. He's very level-headed. He's just really calm, cool, and collected. Not a lot. Like he's never cried about his cancer until just the other day. What makes him emotional is when he sees like acts of kindness, and when he even like if somebody helps him that's like a stranger, like if somebody has written something beautiful to him or sent a gift to him, he'll get really choked up and like his nose will get all red and he'll hold back tears. Like acts of kindness is what makes him like emotional. He is moved by that. And like when I showed him Justin's post that he had made back, like I think it was a couple months ago, I showed him, he was like, it'll make me want to cry. He was like 1,300 people liked this. Like he was so touched by that, and like every single comment, there were like 334 comments. And he was so touched by all of the comments. And that's what really, really touches his heart. Honest to God, like he won't cry and say like, why me? Or he's more like moved by the actions of people that are kind. Like he really does appreciate people that care, and it makes a big difference. I'll tell you that.
Be brave like David. And see, guys, all this stuff, this negativity and hate against like people, like seriously, that is so petty compared to stuff like, you know what I mean? Like you got people have like real things going on in their life.
Oh, yeah, I promise you, like I definitely would not worry about a lot of the stuff that I used to. Like I don't think I could ever really, I don't know, be bothered by things I once was. Like you kind of lose getting angry about silly things. They just things that don't matter at all that you thought were important once are not. They're just so irrelevant. And then it's pretty
I don't know, when somebody's going through something like so terrible like that, it kind of makes you sick to think like how much, I don't know, it just makes me sick how much time people spend on or negativity and hate when there's so much like that stuff is so petty and there's so much horrible and that anyways, I'm not trying to like I know I don't look at this like a drama live. I think it's just us playing out the
No, I
truth.
don't think it's drama at all. Yeah.
I feel bad bringing up your son,
No, that's okay, Ziggy. It's fine. That's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. I don't mind at all. He's sweet. He's like, Mom, why don't you go live? Why don't you go on YouTube and do a live? And I'm like, I don't have even have it in me to do that, but I think because he knows I haven't been live in so long, he's probably like, I wish my mom would focus on something other than cancer.
We need to put something together for him as a community for real, and share it and see. I see people do these little videos all the time, and they'll be like, "Let this post get this many likes or whatever," show this person thinking of him. He would love.
I really am on a mission right now. All I want is prayers for him. All I truly want is prayers for. I accept prayers from anybody who will give them to him. I would beg literally for everybody to pray for my son, because I really believe that that's the only thing that's going to get him through this is prayers and God. And if I could ask for anything from the bottom of my heart, he's about to be really going through it, and he only gets this one shot, and he's got to get to remission. And I believe in the power of prayer, and I would ask even my enemies to pray for my son. That's all. I don't want to cry. Just really I need prayers for him so much.
And he's such, like she said, Toby, he's such a good kid too. Never, in trouble. Not, so.
He really is such a good kid. I don't just say that because he's mine. I never even had to wake him up for school. He always got up on time for school, always did his homework, high honors in school, made the dean's list in college. He's halfway through college and got slammed with a cancer diagnosis. And when he found out, his first question was, am I going to be able to make it for the 21st when school starts back up? That was his first question after finding out he had cancer. So if that tells you anything about him, yeah, he's really driven and he's brilliant, and the world definitely needs him. He could probably be finding a cure for cancer. He's so smart. And I just really do. I don't care if it's a prayer out loud. If you're washing dishes or brushing your teeth or taking a shower, washing your car, doing the lawn, and you just picture his face. He's on my community tab, and his name is David, and just pray for him. That's all I could ever ask from anyone. It's the only thing that's going to help him is God. God and his doctors and me and my family and support is what brings people through this. And I've never wanted prayers so bad in my life, because I just need him to make it through this. That's all. I cannot lose my son, and
People need it. It's serious. It's very serious, guys. So it's very important. And
David was told in April, when chemo cures 80 to 90% of patients with Burkitt lymphoma. And it usually cures it, and it never comes back. And I remember when they told me that, I was like, did they just say cure? And I kept saying, that sounds way too good to be true. How is 80 to 90% of people cured with chemo in just 12 weeks? It just didn't sound like, I never heard of that before. But that really is the reality for people with Burkitt lymphoma, because it's so highly aggressive. It's also very easy to eradicate with chemo, and he was not the 80 to 90% that chemo cures. And he got the results on the 21st of April that the chemo did not cure his cancer. He didn't have any evidence of lymphoma in March, and by April 21st, he was loaded with it again. So they rushed him the next day to Boston and took his T cells out. And they modified them in a lab to target the antigens on the cancer. And 30 days after he had a PET scan from the CAR T therapy was insane, but it was amazing. And he would not be alive today without it. People will probably hear a lot about CAR T cell therapy, like more in the future. They're starting to use it on hard tumors as well and brain cancer, which is amazing because I know what it did for him. And where he was completely riddled with lymphoma, he only had 3 areas. So at his 60-day PET scan, he didn't even make it to his 60-day PET scan. We were in Boston, did all of his testing for bone marrow transplant because we thought it was going to be a go, and a new area popped up, and they really were honest and said people do not make it usually longer than 2 to 3 months once it turns refractory, which means that it didn't cure with the chemo. And it's October. So that was in April. And he's going to do another CAR T.
You can't move forward like with the bone marrow transplant. He's in remission.
So his cancer, it doubles every 25 hours if it's not being treated, and it could take someone out in literally a week. It's very fast growing, and it's like nothing I've actually ever heard of in my life. But he's going to do another CAR T. And this time it's not going to just target one antigen, it's going to target multiple. And we're hoping, and I believe it's going to put him in remission because I know what the single antigen CAR T did for him. And if he was to do a bone marrow transplant with active cancer, he would not have an immune system to fight it while the new immune system grafts. So it takes like at least a couple weeks for them to start grafting to the person's body to start really taking on the other person's immune system. So it's really dangerous to transplant someone with Burkitt lymphoma because you can lose them in the process. So we need him to get to remission, and this CAR T is the last option that we have to do that. And I know he can beat this so long as we have the proper tools and we can safely get him to it and through it. And he has a really long road ahead. Bone marrow transplant takes like 100 days to know if it really worked. So that's why I get so emotional when I ask for prayers. Like, I don't think there could ever be enough prayers. And I was like looking at my channel yesterday thinking, I have 18,000 subscribers. I've never seen 18,000 subscribers in a single live. I've had like, I think 3,600 on a live stream way back, way back. If all 18,000 people were to pray for my son, I believe that could move mountains. And I mean, there's obviously not 18,000 people. I don't know where all of those people come from or who they are. I've never seen that amount of people around, right? But
I've
I
seen
know
too. They say,
thousands. Huh?
yeah, his attitude. I mean, the giving him that sending him that positive energy too,
Yes.
and those prayers, like it does heal, and also him seeing that too. They're just, I don't know, like it does
Like
something.
I showed him the comments under the post I made yesterday, and I know what that does for him. And I mean, anybody who knows me knows I have never shared my son here. I don't let people hear his voice. I don't let people see his face. I've always protected him, but right now, prayers are so much more important than anything. And I really just, that's all I could ever ask for is please pray for him, no matter how you might feel about me.
You're right.
He deserves to live, and he wants to live, and I want him to make it. So, I don't want to be like, I don't want to make the live stream about that. I appreciate you asking.
I just share it. It is what is it? Share what we'll like share her post she has on her wall, and stuff. You don't have
Please,
to make your
own. I would be so thankful. Please share my post, pray for him, because I really believe someone out there, God has got to hear somebody, and I don't know who that somebody is. I know God is carrying him through this because he's still here today and he's not supposed to be. And I just need him to continue trending this way because he is doing really good, but it's going to start getting really scary and serious again. And I'm terrified, but
and that's it. You see here what Tiffany's been through. So it took her. I mean, it has to take her a lot to come out here and even do a live, because so she was pretty upset. She had to be pretty upset to come on here and actually say anything. But that's how important it's important, guys. Like for people.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I can't tell you how many times I'd be sitting at the hospital listening to live streams about Summer, or, I still keep up on things. They might not be around, but I definitely haven't forgotten about her. I do know what goes on. Sometimes I don't, though. Sometimes I don't look at my phone even to answer my own family. It's days before I answer people back. So, I mean, it just depends on where I'm at in the day. But no, this is important. All of this is important. And I will always, if I can and I have the time and life is okay and the day is okay, then sure, of course, I'll join a live stream or hop on and shoot the shit or do something serious. But absolutely, I care about, what happens still. And
oh my gosh, that would be awesome if there was a safe way to do that. But I would worry that would be cool if people were able to send cards to them and stuff, somehow in a PO box. That would be
just send cards to David.
Yeah.
Oh geez, I'd have to give everyone my address.
Of course, you would have
to. Ziggy, I'm just going to answer the door really quick because I have delivery. So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, she would have to probably also, because there are some horrible people. Oh, for some reason, I don't understand that. You'd have to be pretty have a pretty sad life to say anything negative. Even if you don't like the person that's it's affecting. I don't understand that. Okay, let's say you don't like Tiffany. I mean, you can't empathize her about her son. I just don't understand how anybody could have anything horrible to say. Oh, that's nice. Fred sent it to his daughter who is a pastor's wife, and gonna have her share it with the church. So with her church and stuff. The post. Actually, you want to send him that.
David is standing right here, and I just told him that everybody was praying for him. And here you go, David. You want to?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the prayers. It really does mean a lot. It's really sweet of you all.
Yeah.
Oh, the first time we hear his voice.
First time ever in a whole decade, just about.
He's real. Oh. Yeah, Fred just shared also shared your post with his daughter, who is a pastor's wife. So, and they're going to share it with his church or with her church and stuff like that too. So it was really cute.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Fred's daughter's husband's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, that's heartbreaking. I'll most definitely be praying for healing. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So bad we're just switching over back to like Cher.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
the people
so
that are
great.
gonna like listen to this are gonna be like, okay, you're gonna fast forward like a whole half hour.
Well, actually, people stuck around. Actually, we have more people in here now than we did before we started talking about it. So,
wow,
which is
funny that the first time he's ever spoken on YouTube was on your channel, Ziggy.
oh, Ziggy always goes first. Yes.
What?
No, I feel honored. I'm honored, honestly. But that is, I don't think we've ever heard his voice. I don't think
No.
even.
No one on YouTube has ever heard David's voice, actually.
That's
But
crazy.
I mean, he
Not even on
also,
the phone call, I don't think. So,
so many
wow.
people have sent prayers for him, and he really does. He really does appreciate it. Like, he's shy. Don't be fooled. He's very shy. So
Oh,
I love him so much.
Yeah, he's so sweet. So yeah, guys. You know, that's family is what's important, and
If you have your family and your children are healthy, enjoy every moment and don't take it for granted. I could have never know what this is like unless you live it.
This is her only child, 21. You said
20. Yeah.
20.
That's my only child, and my son. He's beautiful and precious to me and means the world to me. And I cannot live in this world without him. That I do now.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I never have to. And that's why I really do. I mean, people that I know there's real praying people on here. And if you go to church on Sundays and you're one of those people that says, you know, can I put your son down at my congregation or my church? Or yes, the answer is yes. Everybody possible who can pray for him. And you don't ever have to tell me you prayed for my son. If you're someone who can't stand my guts, you know, I don't care. Just pray for him.
Everybody's asking for PO box, but
I don't have a PO box. I probably should get one, but
yeah, that might be a good idea.
Listen, if you are someone who's asking for my PO box, I promise you, when I say pray for him, all I need you to do is really truly pray. Like, get on your hands and knees when you go to bed at night. If you're praying, just remember him. That's all. We would love cards. We would love that. But I could never give my address out to the whole internet. That would probably not go well. But what means the most is that God hears our prayers, and it means more than any card we could ever get in the mail, anything. I need God in my son's life, and I need him to protect him and stay standing very hard against the gates of heaven and not to let him in, because he has got to stay here. That's all I want in this world. I can't lose him. I just need him to stay. That's all. That is all. But thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And I don't know who's all in the chat because I still can't see it. But
guys, maybe look at all the
I'll go
amazing.
back and I'll watch
Not
it
one
after.
negative comment. So yeah.
I'll go back and I'll read the chat afterwards, and I'll read every single comment. I promise. When this is over and the chat loads, I will read every single person's comment, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Right, and they shared it to their YouTube, Facebook. So
yeah,
okay.
Anywhere people pray. You know, I know not everybody knows, you know, even maybe some people don't know who I am. I've been gone a long time. There might be new people or whatever. But he's 20. He's just starting his life out, and he has a whole life to live. And I would trade places with him in a heartbeat. I wish I could just take it all from him, because I would trade my life. I would give the heart from my chest. And that's just not the way it works. That's not
right.
Yeah, it's just not a thing. So Oh, I love that. Jesus is the P.O. box. I love that.
Yeah,
That's like the best comment ever.
I think everybody in here knows who you are, I would think.
I mean,
Jeez.
I don't know. I've been gone almost a year from
She's the one
around
that
here,
first
so.
She's the one that first started covering Summer Wells. Actually, I started watching you before. I mean, gosh, I'm trying to think who was really the very first one I watched.
It was in the beginning. It was me chasing, like, day one. We were on a live stream covering baby Cash Gurnan in Dallas. And I think it was like a whole panel of people actually when we got the alert. And it was Molly Golightly, me, AB. I think like there were maybe, I don't want to say for sure who the hell was that? There was like 8 people on the panel that night. And I remember in the very beginning, it was Molly didn't want to cover Summer. She was like into Cash's case, and I started covering Summer. Chasing started covering Summer. Geneva True Crime covered Summer in the beginning. There was Amanda S. Vita. There were.
Yeah, I remember Amanda. I do remember that Amanda girl. Yep.
Yeah,
I watched
there were like
her.
probably 6 of us, honestly, who covered Summer like the day of, like when we first ever saw her face. And it took a little while to get Summer's case off the ground. It really did. I mean, I remember begging people to talk about her. And now I sit here and I'm like, Jesus, this is what came of all this. Like, I almost regret doing that.
Well,
Here,
yeah,
let me start playing this again.
yeah. So, how much more do you? Or yeah, let's go ahead. I guess we can go ahead and just continue.
You know what I can do, because I don't want to like play this all night and go through this all night. I can still make this video to put everything together. If do people want me to do that? Because I can take the time to.
Well, if you're wanting, if we could go ahead and play your call, if there's nothing more that
I'll just finish this screen recording that I have, and then I'll put a short video together of all the things in order, and then we'll play the call, and then because people have been like waiting probably like way longer than they expected to hear it.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we appreciate you coming up here and and David coming up here. That was really cool.
I know.
I'm honored, honestly.
He had a smile on his face. Yeah, he was like, I said, I don't know how many people are in the chat, but I think there's quite a few. They're all praying for you. Do you want to thank them? And he was like, yeah, okay. All right, here, let me start this up again.
While you're doing that, I'm going to pee one more time and listen.
Okay.
And once she's done playing this, we will play the call for you guys of Tiffany calling the polygraph man had to say. So, all right.
Okay, here goes.
I have to ask if, do you get refunded the money, whatever. So might be too hard to get everyone whatever, $5 here, $10, or maybe it's nothing. So my idea is, should people not show and there's refunded money back that you guys donate, what if we come together as a community and find, you guys know we've done lots of charities, but through YouTube, but if we can come up with someone that's maybe a single mom within the true crime community that might need diapers, formula, maybe they need us to like cash up the landlord $100 so they don't get eviction, something like that. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but those are all bridges that we will cross together, because if you guys know me in the last 5 years of doing this, I hope you would know how transparent Mark and I have been with doing anything like.
And I will back up what she says here about like being transparent when she does things. Like I said before, I've never known Cher to do stuff like this. So I don't know. Strange.
So yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that for here. Christine, yes, good call, absolutely. Yep, that's what we'll do if that's what the community is wanting to do. Yep, deal. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Jody Sue Brown, your invite's out there. And Jackie Dobbs, I mean, yeah, I'd make it happen for you for sure, because I think that's what the community would also like to see. Yeah. So click on that link there. We have 15-20 minutes so, and Mark and I are going to be over joining Ziggy and Fred for like a more like study session and getting into Summer's case. So thank you for joining over here for a little bit. It's actually a little longer than I thought it would go. And yeah, you'll see Mark and I have our lives planned when I'm like Sunday through Wednesday, I'll be off work and I'll plan something. Ziggy and I have talked about like maybe just getting our heads out of true crime for a night and doing like a double date games night live stream with you guys too, because we need a break. It's 24/7 in my mind. So imagine being Fred and Ziggy. Fuck, man, I couldn't imagine. That's got to be just 24/7. Like, yeah. So
I just want to say too, like she's saying, like imagine being Fred and Ziggy. Like she's even saying it must be stressful to be you guys, and then she wants to like pile more on, like what the hell? Yeah, their life is already hard, so I'm just gonna make it look like they don't have anything that they need and they're not gonna do this, and they just totally backed out on us and lying to you guys. Like what the fuck, Cher?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there, so like that's like the one that I recorded, and there's a couple more, but like honestly the way that I put it all in order, I'll do like a short video that's like 5 minutes long, and I'll probably give it to Ziggy to put out. Just I'll put it out on her channel, like in her videos, or if she wants to go live with it or whatever.
Right.
But,
or if you upload it, and I'll probably go live and share, review it. So
and then if you want to just like play it's like a minute long, and you can play that and everybody can hear the guy himself say it. And I want to say too, like, I don't have any hate in my heart for anybody. Like, I'm not out here trying to, ruin someone's image or what. This is truly just to give the truth. But the truth does matter, you guys. Like, and Cher the truth does matter. Like, this is not an attack on you. I'm not trying to make your life, hard or anything like that. I'm just sitting here thinking this really isn't fair, and it's not fair to do to anybody, whether you like them or not. And the people that don't like Ziggy, that's fine. You don't have to. People don't like me either, but to really like all out intentionally know what you're doing and then try to pull the wool over everybody else's eyes. You're not just fucking with, you're fucking with the whole community though. And like, that's what people don't get. It's not just
Right.
like, oh, well, it's Ziggy and Fred and, you know, Ziggy did this or Fred sus or whatever. Like, but what about the other people? What about your friends? What
I
about
know,
the
who
people?
gets to decide that? Who's the person that gets to decide somebody's sus and or this
Yeah,
person did this or that, so they deserve it? Like,
that's true.
yeah,
And like, what about the people that she said were, you know, she's like, well, a couple people have already said they're gonna cover this, and she's like, you know who you are. Like, what about those people? Do you care about the people that right off the rip were like, Cher, I'll help with this, I've got it, you know? What about them? I don't know who they are, but I'm just saying, if I was kind enough to like say, here, Ziggy, I'm going to pay for this for you, and then I found out that it was a lie, I'd be pretty hurt, you know, like anybody would be.
yeah. I appreciate you chasing for standing up for what's right. You know, we've all had our issues and stuff, but it is about what is right. And so, you want me to play it? Go
Yeah,
ahead
and
and play.
I think that it's pretty noble of chasing to, I've
Mhm.
seen where
Where even a
not,
lot of people don't like me too, so it's gonna be hard for her to stand up and stand up because a lot of her people don't even like me, and she
well,
still
yeah,
was standing for the truth. So
I know,
the
like
truth,
I've saw like some of her really close friends who were not on the same page, you know, and she was like, well, I'm not gonna agree with that because I don't feel this is right. And you know, I really
says a
was
lot.
really glad to see, I was glad to see that. That's the right thing to do.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm supposed to do game night tonight too with RJ. I don't know. We might have to push it back a little in time, but so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys to hear. And also, I'll try it unless you want to do it because it is your.
No. I
It needs
don't
to be.
need like any, go right ahead, Z, play it. I
I'll
know you
probably
said.
upload it separately too, like later on, by itself, or
Oh yeah,
unless you.
upload it. Nope, that's fine. Upload,
Yes.
do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Not at all.
All right, so here we go, guys. This is when Tiffany. This was just like a few hours ago, so hopefully it's loud enough. I don't know where the.
Hey, Brett. Brett. Hey, it's Cher Sprosson. Hi. I wanted to know if you could just
Ziggy, you
provide
can't hear him.
um, like a small paragraph.
You can't hear him at all.
I can't hear him. No, I can only hear me. If you need me to play it, let me know because I can play
Yeah,
it
go
from
ahead
mine.
and play it.
Yeah.
You got
Okay. Hold on a
yours
sec.
because yours worked out good. So just
All
so
right.
that it is kind
Yeah,
of quiet.
I didn't hear it. I don't think I didn't hear it. Hold on one sec. Let me see. Okay.
Hi, Brett.
Hello?
Brett.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Cher Sprosson. Hi. I wanted to know if you could just provide me with just even like a small paragraph. I know we spoke before, but if you could just maybe email me something just confirming that I actually did give you my card.
I cannot do anything. There was no test schedule. I told you that. Yeah. There's never a test schedule unless someone makes a down payment.
But what about when I gave you my Cash App card to put on file to hold?
You never gave me a Cash App card. I never took anything from you. I sent you a payment link that was never paid.
Okay. Okay.
You might have been talking to somebody else, but it wasn't me.
Okay, well, did you
Did you come into my live when I had asked you if you were there that night?
Nope, I haven't been on anything.
Okay, so my Cash App card you never got to put on hold, and you didn't get my Visa either.
I know nothing about that whatsoever.
Okay, thank you, Brett.
Sure.
Bye. Did everybody hear that well? Because I can.
That was really good. The audio on it was much better than mine.
Oh, okay.
So
I just want to make sure like everybody could hear him. And Ziggy, you can put that out on your channel. That way people can hear it even better. Because I know sometimes when you play it through the phone, like to another phone, it'll kind of like cut out a little bit. So it is a good idea to put that on your channel in the video section or whatever.
as a short, whatever. Yeah.
Are you able to pull it up and screen share it? If I was to send you, hold on. If I send you this link, because I did unlist it, pull it up
I can download it. Oh, you have it downloaded to YouTube?
I did unlist it because I
dropped it. Send me that link. I can download it to my I can also pull
it up,
or I can also download it and I mean, gosh, you could just since you have it on your channel, you could just unprivate it if you wanted to.
No, it's okay. You put it on yours because this happened to you, you know. I sent you the audio file, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you have it like straight from my phone to yours as well. So I just sent it to your text if you want to pull it up and screen share it so that the audio is good.
Okay. I have to, let's see, sorry, I have to, I have to send it to
I should have really done this like when this happened because I was like thinking, I didn't even want to believe that it was really a lie. Like I was thinking, Jesus, like there's no way, right? There's got to be some kind of misunderstanding. And then I don't know. It's been irking me, man. And I've been like, wow, thinking about it. And then the other night I couldn't sleep for shit. I was up all night and I'm like, well, I might as well do something while I'm sitting up for hours, not able to sleep. And that's when I started listening to everything. And I'm like, let me just like put this out orderly and a little like do all the inconsistencies, like what she said one day to the next. And then I'm like, well, why don't I just call the guy? And I'll tell you why I did it that way. So one of my friends actually called him. And when she called, he said, and if they're in the chat and they want to say who they are, that's fine. I just don't want to, I don't want to put her out there like that. But when they called and tried to ask, he said, unless you're the person that the polygraph is for, I can't tell you anything. And I was like, okay, well, that's easy, So yeah, Cher, I said I miss you.
Yeah, I don't think Fred's so shy and stuff. I don't think so it's probably so and Fred to call or Cher. So
there, it's done now. I mean, Jesus, it's like unbelievable.
All right, so here it is. I have it pulled up. I'll play it one more time for you guys, and then I guess we'll probably go because I have to get ready for the live for later. And RJ wanting if you want to join us for game night, Tiffany, you're welcome to.
Oh, thanks. No, we ordered pizza tonight, so I'll probably eat some pizza.
I do need a little break in between, so all right, let's play this one more time. 1 second.
Hello.
Hi, Brett.
Hello?
Brett?
Yeah?
Hi, it's Cher Sprosson.
Okay.
Hi, I wanted to know if you could just provide me with just even like a small paragraph. I know we spoke before, but if you could just maybe email me something just confirming that I actually did give you my card.
I cannot do anything. There was no test schedule. I told you that. Yeah. There's never a test schedule unless somebody makes a down payment.
But what about when I gave you my Cash App card to put on file to hold?
You never gave me a Cash App card. I never took anything from you. I sent you a payment link that was never paid.
Okay.
You might have been talking to somebody else, but it wasn't me.
Okay, well, did you come into my live when I had asked you if you were there that night?
Nope, I haven't been on anything.
Okay, so my Cash App card you never got to put on hold, and you didn't get my Visa either?
I know nothing about that whatsoever.
Okay, thank you, Brett.
You're welcome.
Bye. The reason I asked if he came into her live was because Cher pretended he was in there, and I had to ask him because it was listening when I was listening the other night, and I was like doing these screen recordings. She was like, Brett, are you in here? Are you in chat? And I'm like, what the hell? There's no way the Polygraph guy is in the chat, right? So he's probably like, what? But these are extreme lengths, like making pretend. Who would even think to pretend the Polygraph guy is watching? Like, you're really going out of your way there to pretend the guy was watching. Come on now.
I guess the same type of person that would pretend to be somebody's friend and be able to do it for months, and
I know, Z. You know what, though? I will say is you had said to me, you were like, I think it was something to the effect of, and I had said this to you after, I think it was a couple days ago, your gut instinct, I think you went against it because you were like, she's burned me in the past, but everybody deserves a second chance. And, I just hope that, the things that I have confided in her about, she's not gonna, and you knew like deep down that like you were trying to give her another chance. And I felt horrible for you because when you were explaining it to me, I could hear in your voice how sad you were that she fucked you over. And I think everybody knows that feeling, but I will say from the communication I've had with Ziggy about some of this, she was heartbroken that Cher did this to her. And people might think that is funny, like people that don't like Ziggy or whatever, but she was being genuine and thought that Cher really meant what she was saying. And she was giving Cher grace and trying to like bury bullshit and say like, okay, we can move on. And, you burned me in the past, but let's try again. And then she trusts her with something that was about her kid. And that was what, before you end the live, I want to say, like, I watched Cher cover all of this up with like a lot of bullshit, like text messages that Ziggy had sent to her of Fred fishing and finding like blood on a rock. And it's just weird stuff that she was sharing while she was saying she was going to show proof. And then like using something really private that Ziggy didn't even tell me, because she was like, something happened with my daughter. I don't want to say what it was. Like, she kept it really private. And like, that was what she turned to when Ziggy was like freaking out. Like, no, we're not lying. She used her daughter as ammo. Like,
and then also like this, like that whole video that she tried to share too, like of a private video that was sent to somebody, like it was basically in a way try to do revenge porn, even though it wasn't actually,
I think in her country it may actually be classified as if you look up the definition in Canada, it's a lot different than it is in America. I will say that. Like, I definitely would not be doing that kind of stuff in Canada because they are really strict out there about that kind of stuff. Like, they classify things far greater than Americans do.
Yeah, and to come to find out, you know, like, yeah, Rap contacted me and he was so like apologetic. He didn't even give that video, you know, to him. Like, that was, he shared part of it like in a live call with Lips, and Lips was screen recording the call. They're not anymore after that, but and
Wow.
yeah. So, and I told her, you know, it wasn't cool or whatever, but I'm just, it is what it is. I was closed, so it's not that big a deal, but still, it's gross that how Cher tried,
still, it's
you know?
private.
Yeah. So, but the whole, my daughter thing, that definitely was, yeah, definitely gross for sure. And I absolutely didn't waste any time. That was like one of the very first things that she wanted to put out there too. It wasn't even like her second or third live. It was like immediately like that's what she went to. I'm just like, wow, dude, you are freaking gross. You really are. You know, like it wasn't even. She had no reason to be mad at me, guys. I didn't do anything to her. Like I didn't do anything to her. So she was just doing that totally in a, I don't know, evil way.
Well, it was like almost like her damage control on her own lies was turned into even worse. Like, she really did set out on a complete warpath on you, like when she's the one that lied.
I know. It's crazy. So not only did she do this to me, that now she's trying to still hurt me and put it all on me and Fred. And on top of that, you know, and these hate bonding and stuff with these people, just gross, guys. It truly is. It says a lot more about her than, and I know that it backfired. I knew immediately like this stuff was going to backfire on her. I knew, because it was just too bad. It was too using the fact that she used Summer Wells to do it. Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up. I'll let you go. I'm going to get off here and go.
Sure, no problem.
Diet Coke, and I'm going to get ready for. I don't know what games we're going to play tonight. I haven't got that prepared, so I'm going to work on
have
that.
Have fun on your live, Ziggy. And now you don't have to like, you know, be like trying to prove to people that, you know, the truth is at least out. And
nothing else to say about it. I don't know what she's going to try to say unless, he said, oh, you must have been talking to somebody else. I could just see her being like, oh,
there's nobody else there except him. I think he was saying that. The guy was saying that because he's like, you're crazy. But that was his way of saying like, you're a lunatic. There, you must have been talking to someone else. Like,
you did so good on that call. I don't know. Like
oh my God, it barely did anything. It was a minute long.
I know, but I don't know. I'm so like, I would have been so nervous. I don't know why.
No, I wasn't nervous at all. When it comes to Summer, no. I
don't know why. I'm weird about like, I'm odd about calling people anyways. So yeah, Cher's talking. She's lying. End of story. Well, she definitely lied in this situation. There's no way around it. And she scammed the community. No way around it. I don't know how anybody can make any excuses for her. It says if you're making excuses for her, honestly, just like I said about Cher, it's showing a lot more about Cher. It shows a lot more about you as a person. If you're okay with this, seriously. And I'm not trying to cause a lot of hate towards her or anything, but you don't have to go over there harass her or anything. But like encouraging it and making her think it's okay is just gross. And the people who are out there, like the theater channels that she's teamed up with, that are putting their integrity to the side, which they are having integrity anyways, in order just to try to hurt me and Fred, but they don't realize, like, you're sitting here, you attack me for covering Summer Wells, and you saying I'm exploiting Summer Wells, but yet you have no problem what Cher just did to Summer Wells, so I guess I'm going to end it.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. And again, thank you guys so much for all your prayers. I see all the green hearts in the chat and all the prayers and the love. And again, I just
The
really,
chat's gonna
that
be up.
really warms my heart.
Yeah, and the chat's still gonna be up, guys. It might take sometimes after. I always
Yeah.
make sure I put the check or the live chat replay. I did check that, but sometimes like right after the live, it won't show up for a few hours. So if at first it's not showing up, just come. You can come back and you'll see the chat later. It will. It sometimes takes a few
Oh,
hours
I'm
to.
definitely gonna go back and watch the chat because I know that I missed so many comments, and I'll show David all of the comments as well because he only heard about all the love. He didn't see it, so I'll show him too. I always show him when people put nice comments to him and stuff.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Well,
Ziggy, and I'll talk to you guys later.
this time of your day for real. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
No problem. He's online with his friends, so
What's he playing?
I don't know. I'm not even sure. He's a gamer, like at heart. He plays all kinds of stuff. I have no clue what he was playing up there.
You never play PlayStation or anything?
He you know what? He hasn't touched that PS4 in like years. I don't even know where it is. I think it's probably downstairs, but he used to play PS4 all the time, but then he built his own computer on my dining room table. He bought everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he built
Yep.
his own gaming computer actually. He is amazing. Like genius.
Yeah.
All right.
So proud for real.
I am so proud. I am so proud to be his mom.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Ziggy, I'll talk to you later and see you guys around.
see ya.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys. Yeah, you've got this, David. I don't know. That made me just so happy to hear his voice. I don't know why. I was like, oh, I don't know. Silly, I guess, but yeah, because I've never, all these years, never, you hear Caitlin sometimes in the background on my lives, like her laughing or whatever. But he's obviously a much more quieter. Xbox 360, those still work with I think the Xbox 360 still works with the new games, doesn't it? Maybe not so well, but my eldest grandson's a professional gamer. Oh really? Does he do it like on social media? All right, guys. I need to figure out. I might have to if I might have to push the game live if I don't know if it's going to be okay with RJ like an extra hour or something longer or until it starts. I had it at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but I haven't even ate or anything, and I honestly don't know what games at all, so I haven't. And I kind of forget. Maybe I have it saved under my favorites, like kind of forget the ones So I'm gonna. Anyways, I think we're gonna be doing this game night tonight. Supposed to, anyways. If it's changed, I'm so sorry. Like I'm trying. I feel bad for RJ more so. All right, you got the games covered. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right, guys. I'll see you in a couple hours. Talk to you later.